All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we're diving deep into some pretty intense cosmic energy.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about chosen one challenges.
Right.
And before you think superhero movies,
Yeah.
let me clarify. This isn't about capes and superpowers.
Good.
It's about this idea
Okay.
that the universe might be using challenge to kind of nudge us
Interesting.
towards like a unique purpose.
You got it.
The kind that makes you feel.
Makes you feel how?
Or like a chosen one, you know?
I see what you mean.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It sounds a little wet out there.
Out there, how?
Okay, but I'm curious.
I like it.
So what kind of source material?
Oh, we've got a good mix.
Yeah.
We've got some motivational writing,
Okay.
a little ancient philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
and even some modern psychology sprinkled in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it definitely has that
Oh.
dramatic tone. Like it's trying to grab you and say,
What's it trying to say?
hey, this is important. Pay attention.
Well, mission accomplished.
Ha!
I'm hooked.
Great.
So tell me,
Yeah.
what exactly are these chosen one challenges?
Well, they often feel
How do they feel?
tailor-made,
Tailor-made.
like to push our buttons.
Oh, like those struggles that
Yeah.
keep coming back,
Mhm.
no matter how hard you try to avoid them.
Yep, those are the ones.
Or those situations that force you to confront,
Could confront.
like your deepest fears,
Yeah,
your insecurities.
basically the things we try to avoid.
Okay, so we're not talking about like
Mm.
just everyday hassles.
Right.
These are the challenges that really
They really
shake you up,
Yeah,
make you question things.
Exactly.
Got it.
And the source says
Mhm.
it's not just about surviving these challenges.
Okay, then what's it about?
It's about using them
Using them how?
like stepping stones.
Interesting.
The idea is that pushing through these difficulties,
Mhm.
we actually unlock hidden strengths
Hidden stress.
and talents.
Wow.
Like we discover things about ourselves we wouldn't have otherwise.
So instead of asking,
Instead of what?
why me?
Yeah.
We should be asking,
Asking what?
what is this trying to teach me?
I like that.
It's like the universe is setting up these obstacles,
Yeah.
not to break us,
Right.
but to
Or to what?
reveal our true potential.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
I think so too.
Have you ever noticed
What have I noticed?
how sometimes
Yeah.
the toughest times in your life
Uh-huh.
end up leading to
To what?
biggest breakthroughs?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
It's like that saying,
Which one?
you know, sometimes you have to lose yourself to find yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But this whole chosen one idea
Uh-huh.
feels a bit,
Okay, what?
you know,
Yeah.
egotistical.
It can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's take it too literally.
Okay.
But maybe
Maybe
chosen just means recognizing
recognizing what?
that we each have something unique to offer.
Hmm.
Something only WE can do.
Yeah. And
Our
yet-
own way.
So it's not about
Not about what?
being better than everyone else.
No, not at all. It's about
what?
recognizing and stepping into
Oh,
our own potential.
I like that.
So instead of thinking
Instead of thinking how.
like grand destiny,
Yeah.
maybe it's more about
Or about what?
recognizing our strengths
Uh-huh.
and figuring out how to use them
To use them how?
to contribute something meaningful
Meaningful to what?
to the world.
That's a great way to put it.
And maybe these challenges
Yeah.
are part of that.
Part of that process.
Yeah.
Like they're helping us hone those strengths,
Mhm.
develop resilience,
Uh-huh.
learn from our mistakes.
I like that.
Yeah.
It makes it feel
Feel how
more empowering,
empowering, how
instead of feeling like victims of circumstance.
Yeah.
We're active participants in our own development.
I like that.
Like we're shaped by challenges,
Hmm.
but we also have the power to shape them.
And the source really emphasizes
Emphasizes what?
that this process
Yeah.
isn't always comfortable.
Oh, I bet
It's like working a muscle.
Uh-huh.
You got to push yourself to grow.
Makes sense.
And that brings us to
To what?
the role of fear.
Oh, yeah. Fear.
Yeah.
Our favorite ever-present companion
Yes, okay.
on the journey of self-discovery.
That's one way to put it.
So what are some of the fears?
Well, the source points to 3.
Okay. What are they?
First, we've got the fear of failure.
Oh, yeah. Classic. We
Yeah.
worry about
Worry about what?
making mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
not measuring up,
Yep. To our expectations.
or other people's expectations.
It's that voice in your head that says,
What?
what if I'm not good enough?
Ugh, I hate that voice.
Or what if I mess this up?
It's the worst.
I know, right?
But then there's the fear of success.
Mm.
Yeah, that one throws people off.
It does seem counterintuitive.
but it's actually pretty common.
Why is that?
Well, we worry about the changes success will bring.
Changes like what?
Increased responsibility, the pressure to perform,
Oh, yeah.
or even the fear of losing our current identity.
I never thought about it like that.
It's like
What's it like?
we have this comfort zone, even if it's not that comfortable.
Right.
And stepping outside of that can
Yeah.
be scary.
So we're actually afraid
Afraid of what?
to succeed.
Right. We sabotage ourselves
Because
we're afraid of what it might mean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got fear of failure,
Yeah.
fear of success.
Mm-hmm.
What's the third one?
This one's a big one.
Okay, I'm ready.
The fear of unworthiness.
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is.
Like that deep-seated belief that
Yeah.
you're just not good enough
Not good enough for what?
for anything.
Yeah.
Not lovable enough,
Mm.
not deserving of good things.
It's that voice that says,
That voice again.
you're not worthy of success or happiness or love.
That's a hard one to shake off.
It
It's like that feeling.
What's
like
it?
you're an imposter
Yeah.
just waiting to be exposed.
Like a fraud.
Exactly.
And it can prevent us
Or Venice from what?
from even trying to pursue our goals.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
From putting ourselves out there. From
Mm.
fully embracing our potential.
This is heavy stuff.
It is.
What?
But the source offers some good insights
Oh, good.
about how to challenge these fears
Okay, I'm ready for that.
and step into a more empowered space.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
But first,
First one.
we need to take a quick break.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll be right back to delve a little deeper into those strategies for overcoming fear
Okay. See you in a bit.
and unlocking our potential.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we talked about these chosen one challenges
Oh.
and the fears that often come along with them,
Mm.
but I'm really curious about
Yeah.
how we overcome those fears
Okay. Yeah.
and actually step into this whole idea
Of what?
of a unique purpose.
Well, the source really emphasizes
Emphasizes what?
the importance of perspective.
Oh, okay.
It suggests that instead of
Instead of what?
viewing these challenges as like punishments or random acts of cosmic cruelty,
Okay.
we can try to see them as
See them as what?
opportunities
For what?
for growth and transformation.
It's like those optical illusions.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Where you see one image,
Mm-hmm.
but if you shift your perspective,
Yeah,
you see something completely different.
totally.
Maybe these challenges are kind of like that.
Interesting.
We need to look at them
From where?
from a new angle
I like that.
to understand their true meaning.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
And the source offers some
Somewhat.
specific strategies for
Strategies.
shifting our perspective.
Okay, like what?
One is to reframe failure as feedback.
Oh, okay.
So instead of seeing a setback as a sign
As a sign of what?
that we're not good enough
Huh?
or that we should give up,
Right.
we can ask ourselves,
Ask ourselves.
what can I learn from this?
Mm.
How can I use this experience to adjust my course and try again?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
That whole failure is just part of the process thing.
Mhm.
But honestly,
Yeah.
easier said than done.
It is.
How do we actually put that into practice?
Yeah, that's the question.
When we're feeling discouraged
Yeah.
or defeated,
The source suggests
what does it suggest?
viewing failures as data points.
Data points.
Yeah, just like a scientist
Uh-huh.
gathers data from experiments,
Uh-huh.
we can gather information from our mistakes.
Hmm. So like
What worked? What didn't?
Okay.
What adjustments can we make moving forward?
So we're taking a more
Oh, what?
analytical approach.
Exactly.
Almost like we're detectives.
I like that.
Investigating a case.
Instead of
Instead of what?
getting bogged down in the emotional reaction,
Right.
we can detach a bit,
Okay.
look at the situation objectively.
So by analyzing our failures this way,
We can extract valuable insights
that will help us.
to succeed.
Mm.
And the source even points out
Points out what?
that lots of successful people
Yeah.
have experienced tons of setbacks
Real.
before achieving their goals. It's often those setbacks
That what?
that pave the way for breakthroughs.
Okay, that's actually encouraging.
It is.
It makes me think of Thomas Edison
Oh, yeah.
and all those failed attempts
So many.
before inventing the light bulb. I guess if he had given up,
After how many tries?
like after the first 100 tries,
Yeah.
we might all still be sitting in the dark.
Yeah.
His story is a great example of
What?
how perseverance
Uh-huh.
and a willingness to learn from mistakes
Yeah.
can lead to success.
Right.
Okay, so that's reframing failure.
Yeah.
What about the fear of success?
Okay, so for that,
Yeah.
the source suggests
Suggest what?
examining the underlying beliefs
that are fueling the fear.
Exactly.
So, like, are we afraid of
Afraid of what
responsibility? Yeah.
that comes with success?
Or worried about
Worried about what?
what other people will think? Or are we just
Yeah, just
attached to the familiar?
even if it's not serving us.
I think for a lot of people, it's
Yeah.
a combination of all of that. We
Yeah.
have these internalized messages
About what?
about what we're capable of,
Uh-huh.
what we deserve,
Mm-hmm.
what's even possible for us.
And those beliefs can create
Create what?
a lot of resistance.
Even when good things start to happen.
Absolutely.
And those beliefs are often rooted in
Rooted in what?
past experiences,
Huh?
societal expectations,
Mm.
limiting messages from
Oh.
family or friends.
Yeah. It can be tough.
But the source reminds us
Reminds us of what?
that we have the power to challenge those beliefs.
And rewrite the narratives.
Okay, so how do we do that?
How do we do what?
How do we dismantle those limiting beliefs
Okay, well,
and create space for new possibilities?
the source suggests a few practices.
Like what?
One is to pay attention to our self-talk.
Okay.
What are the negative thoughts that come up when we think about success?
Okay.
Can we question those thoughts
And replace them.
with more empowering affirmations?
So it's about becoming aware of that inner critic
Mm-hmm.
and choosing to challenge those negative thoughts
Yeah.
instead of just accepting them as truth.
Exactly.
It's also about surrounding ourselves with
With who?
people who support our growth,
Uh-huh.
who believe in our potential
It can be really helpful.
to have that community.
Of like-minded individuals,
What can they offer?
encouragement and accountability.
It's like having a team of cheerleaders
Yeah.
on the sidelines
Reminding us of our strength.
and encouraging us to keep going.
Even when we doubt ourselves.
Right.
And sometimes it's helpful to
What?
seek guidance.
Guidance from who?
Like from a therapist.
Or counselor or coach.
Yeah, someone who can help us unpack those beliefs.
Okay, so we've talked about reframing failure
Uh-huh.
and challenging the fear of success.
Right.
What about that third fear?
Which one?
The fear of unworthiness.
That one's a tough one.
How do we address that?
The source suggests
It's just what?
it often stems from
Promise from what?
a disconnection from our authentic selves.
Okay.
We start to believe
Believe what?
that we're not good enough
Based on what?
based on external measures of success, societal expectations,
Well-
comparisons to others.
So instead of focusing on
On what?
who we truly are
Right.
and what makes us unique,
Mm.
we start measuring our worth based on these
Right.
external factors.
That don't actually reflect our true value.
Exactly. So the source encourages us to
To what?
shift our focus inward,
Uh-huh.
to reconnect with
Reconnect with what?
our values,
Okay.
our passions, our strengths,
Basically recognizing that we're
that we're what?
inherently worthy.
Simply by virtue of existing. I love that.
Yeah, it's a powerful idea.
It's like saying, what? You are enough just as you are.
Exactly.
But how do we actually put that into practice?
When we've been conditioned to believe otherwise.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Well, the source suggests practices like
Like what?
mindfulness,
Okay.
meditation,
Mm-hmm.
journaling.
Uh-huh. Those can be really helpful.
They can
Why is that?
help us quiet the noise
The noise of what?
of the external world
Okay.
and tune in to our own inner wisdom.
So it's about creating space
Space for what?
for self-reflection,
Yeah,
for listening to that quiet voice inside,
that knows our truth.
remembering who we are at our core.
Beyond all the labels and expectations.
Right. And it's also about
About what?
celebrating our accomplishments
Yes. Big and small.
instead of focusing on what we haven't done.
Or what we're still working towards.
Yeah.
Take time to acknowledge
What do we know?
how far we've come.
I think that's such an important point.
It is.
It's so easy to get caught up
caught up in ways.
in the striving, the
Yeah.
constant pursuit of the next goal.
And we forget to
What?
pause and appreciate the journey.
And by celebrating our wins.
We reinforce that sense of self-worth
Uh-huh.
and build momentum for continued growth.
This is all really resonating with me.
I'm glad.
But there's still one piece of the puzzle
What's that?
that I'm struggling with.
Okay.
If we're facing these chosen one challenges,
Mm-hmm.
if there's this unique purpose
Right.
we're supposed to fulfill,
Yeah.
how do we actually figure out what that is?
How do we know what we're meant to do?
Exactly.
That's a great question.
It is.
And the source addresses that directly.
Okay, good.
It says, discovering our purpose
Mm-hmm.
is often an unfolding journey.
Not like a...
Not a sudden revelation.
So it's about
It's about what?
paying attention to the clues,
Mm-hmm.
following our passions,
Right.
being open to unexpected opportunities.
Exactly.
So it's not necessarily about
About what?
having a grand plan from the outset.
More about trusting the process.
And being open to where life takes us.
Right.
The Source also emphasizes listening to our intuition
that inner voice.
that guides us toward
What?
the things that light us up.
Things that make us feel alive.
It's about paying attention to those moments of synchronicity, those coincidences.
Those events that feel like they're pointing us in a certain direction.
So maybe these chosen one challenges are part of that guidance system.
Yeah.
Helping to nudge us back on track.
When we get off course. That's an interesting perspective.
Maybe these challenges are a way for...
A way for what?
The universe to get our attention, to wake us up to our true potential.
So we've talked about reframing failure.
Right.
Challenging the fear of success. Addressing the fear of unworthiness. And paying attention to the clues.
That might be guiding us
towards our purpose.
What else does the Source have to say
about navigating these challenges?
Yeah.
Well, it emphasizes
what?
Cultivating certain qualities.
What kind of qualities?
That help us weather the storms.
And emerge stronger.
On the other side.
Like what?
Things like resilience.
Okay.
Perseverance. Self-belief. A willingness to embrace the unknown.
Those are definitely important.
When you're facing tough times.
Yeah. But how do we actually cultivate those qualities?
It's a process of inner work.
Okay.
And conscious effort.
So like what?
It's about choosing to focus on our strengths, learning from our experiences, surrounding ourselves with supportive people.
Creating a supportive environment.
Yeah, both internal and external.
That fosters resilience.
Yeah, and it helps us stay the course.
Even when things get tough.
Exactly, and it's also about recognizing
what?
that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's about finding joy.
Joy in what?
In the process of growth and transformation.
Even when it's messy and uncomfortable, that's a powerful reminder.
It is.
Sometimes we get so fixated on the end goal that we forget to appreciate.
Appreciate what?
The beauty and the learning.
That's happening along the way.
Yeah.
And by embracing the journey.
We open ourselves up to...
What?
New possibilities, unexpected detours.
Yeah.
Those serendipitous moments.
That lead us to the most fulfilling experiences.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
I agree.
I'm starting to see these challenges
in a new light.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
Of what?
That even though these challenges are tough, they often hold the keys.
To what?
To unlocking our greatest potential.
And living a life that feels...
How does it feel?
Aligned with our purpose.
I think we have just enough time.
Time for what?
To explore that idea of purpose a little deeper.
You mean?
In the next segment.
Perfect.
We'll delve into the Source's insights.
And how we can unlock our unique gifts.
And share them with the world.
All right, so we've spent this whole deep dive unpacking these chosen one challenges. We talked about reframing failure, facing our fears, even getting glimpses of our unique purpose.
Yeah.
But I keep coming back to this.
So what?
Like, how do we know if we're on the right track?
Well, that's a question that resonates.
With a lot of people.
I think so.
It's like we're navigating...
What are we navigating?
Uncharted territory.
Yeah.
And we're not always sure.
If we're headed in the right direction.
Exactly. So how do we decipher the signs?
Well...
Is it like a cosmic GPS where the universe gives us turn-by-turn directions?
Well, if it is, the directions are pretty cryptic.
Ah, okay.
The Source doesn't give us a step-by-step guide.
No.
But it does offer some metaphors.
Okay.
One that I like.
Which one?
Is the idea of challenges being like a sculptor's chisel.
Okay, explain that one.
So imagine a block of marble. That's our potential.
All right.
And the challenges we face...
Yeah.
They're like the sculptor's chisel, chipping away at the excess.
The masterpiece within.
So the challenges aren't destroying us.
What?
They're refining us.
Keeping us.
Into something more defined.
Yeah.
More beautiful, more aligned with who we're meant to be.
Exactly.
And just like a sculptor needs to apply pressure and precision.
With the chisel.
We need to approach challenges.
With intention.
And awareness.
Right. It's not just about
what?
Passively enduring the tough times.
Okay.
It's about actively engaging with them.
And trying to understand.
what they're trying to teach us.
This brings us back to
what
perspective.
Right, the source emphasizes.
Emphasizes what?
That how we perceive a challenge can really influence its impact.
So if we see it as a punishment
or a roadblock,
we're going to feel
defeated and discouraged.
But if we can reframe it as an opportunity for growth, we're more likely to emerge stronger.
Okay, so it's like those inspirational posters.
Which ones?
You know, the ones that say,
what do they say?
Turn your wounds into wisdom.
Oh, yeah, those.
But how do we actually do that?
How do we
shift from feeling like a victim to seeing these challenges as part of a bigger plan?
Okay, so the source says a key step is to cultivate.
Cultivate what?
A sense of curiosity.
Curiosity.
Instead of asking, why me?
Yeah, we always ask that.
We can ask, what is this here to teach me? What am I meant to learn from this experience?
I see how that shift in language can make a difference.
It invites in possibility.
A willingness to learn and grow.
Exactly. And sometimes
what?
The lessons aren't immediately apparent.
Okay.
It might take time.
Or reflection.
Or even some distance.
Before we can understand its significance. So it's like those connect the dots puzzles. You don't see the full picture.
Until you connect all the dots.
Maybe life is kind of like that.
Interesting.
We have to trust.
Trust what?
That all these seemingly random experiences are eventually gonna form a meaningful pattern.
The source encourages us.
To do what?
To trust that process.
To have faith?
Even when things feel chaotic or uncertain. There's a deeper order unfolding.
But that's tough.
It is.
When you're in the middle of a challenge.
It's hard to see beyond the pain and frustration. The source acknowledges that...
Does it offer any
easy answers?
Or quick fixes?
No, not really.
But it does suggest...
What does it suggest?
That we can find solace.
And guide us.
By connecting to something larger.
Larger than ourselves.
So that could be...
What could it be?
A spiritual practice.
Okay.
A connection to nature. A sense of community. Even a belief in a higher power.
It's about tapping into...
Tapping into what?
A source of strength and wisdom.
That can help us.
To navigate the challenges.
With greater resilience and perspective. This has been an incredible deep dive.
I've enjoyed it.
We covered so much. But I'm still left with this...
With this what? Feeling of awe?
About what?
Like if we are part of this grand cosmic plan, if there's this unique purpose.
We're each meant to fulfill.
How do we even wrap our minds around that?
I think that's the beauty of it.
How?
It's a mystery.
That unfolds over a lifetime.
Maybe the journey itself is the purpose. Maybe it's about embracing the challenges.
The lessons. And continuing to evolve and grow.
So instead of focusing on the end goal,
savor the journey.
Appreciate the present moment.
Trust that we're exactly where we're supposed to be.
I think that's a beautiful way to sum it up. And maybe that's the ultimate lesson.
Of what?
Of these chosen one challenges. To surrender to the process.
Embrace the unknown.
Trust that the universe is conspiring.
To support us.
In becoming the best versions of ourselves. I think that's a great place to leave it.
It is. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive into chosen one challenges.
It's been a pleasure.
But the conversation doesn't have to end here.
Right.
Keep exploring these ideas.
See how they apply to your own life.
And remember, you have the power to choose your perspective.
And shape your own destiny.
Until next time, keep diving deep.